everybody, and welcome to the dojo. I am Meso.
I'm Bar.
I'm John.
And I'm Purple.
And this is Ninjago Cast, Masters of Pod Jitsu. Today we will be discussing episode 82 of the Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu TV series, Dread on Arrival. And spoilers will be here.
That's
You guys
a
realize
nice
that,
pun.
like, we're just gonna get, like, a bunch of angry people in the comments on YouTube just being like, why are you live streaming at 1 a.m. in the morning?
Yes, you're
Maybe
right.
there's people who want to watch who aren't you.
Bring
and,
on the
they're not
angry live
awake
chat.
at normal times.
By the way, did you guys know you can archive the live chat now?
Yes, I did know that, actually.
It's sick.
It's really cool. So,
It's really neat.
shout out to you guys, everywhere, but especially to our
We have
patrons.
20
who are in the live
viewers.
chat.
That's more than TTV at the normal time.
Yeah, well, no one watches TTV because TTV sucks.
Listen, TTV is the one where no one cares what we have to say. That's that podcast.
That's the only podcast I actually liked, like as a fan. Like you guys don't have your other ones yet, but
So you
I mean-
all, the 23 viewers we have might be wondering, why are you streaming so late, TTV? To which I say, because
Oh.
we are psychopaths.
I don't know!
I don't
I'm not
know.
sure why we're doing it either!
The Lloyd's usually the one who sets the schedules, and he's here.
Lloyd's not here!
Where's Lloyd? No.
that's
Essentially,
like a minor pet peeve I have with you guys is that you guys can set the schedule, but you also ask, "Hey, what time is this thing?"
because we want to be
Why
considered.
do you...
everybody
Okay,
else.
Purple, why do you think we're asking what time would...
Because you want to know when other people are online, but like your wording is like, "Hey, what time is this?" and makes it sound like there's already some concrete time set. But
Because
like
half the time it is.
There's usually like a standard time, and then we make adjustments based on when people need to be around. You know. It's just one of those things.
Like, if I just say, hey guys, the podcast is going to be at 3 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
For you, it's
Cool.
okay. For me, I'd be like,
Not-
3
not-
a.m.,
not
I've gotta do
everybody
this
is-
tomorrow.
Not everybody has as little going on in their life as you, Purple.
Yeah, but
It's sad but true.
Eating your cheese
people are
crackers.
home by 3 o'clock. I'm not eating my cheese crackers right now.
No,
Gosh.
I mean, just that's all you ever do. You just eat your cheese crackers and get disappointed.
Yeah, what good are you?
Yeah, purple.
Whose kid is this?
So I'm gonna go ahead and give a quick recap for this episode. I will warn you, I'm gonna nitpick a lot this episode.
Yeah, and that's what was really annoying about
Mesa
this.
was,
I'm
Mesa
really
was
over it.
like really mad at this
Prepare
episode.
yourself. I think I'm the only one. Most everybody
you are
liked it.
too.
I would have agreed with a lot of this stuff.
I mean, I
but-
didn't think it was the best episode, but man, you were like, you
For
were definitely
starters,
nitpicking.
We find out that the Ninja, I don't know why I said the Ninjago, they have tamed the Krabby monster and have ridden it all the way back to Ninjago City,
completely off screen.
completely off screen, to go cry to the police commissioner about their troubles like normal, rational people who take things through proper channels and call the authorities. They go talk to Commissioner Man, and Commissioner Man is like, "What's your proof?" And the Ninja offers zero proof. They just ramble and talk on about the Sons of Garmadon, and he's like, "Oh no, this is a threat. The Princess Harumi, she's the one behind all this. Time to mobilize." And to his credit, gets all the cops. They get involved just like that. It's actually pretty cool, I gotta admit, seeing the Ninja handle this like rational people. So the police commissioner is like, "Well, we have to stop the Sons of Garmadon." And the Ninja devise a plan. They finally utilize Kai's boat thing, and their plan is to basically infiltrate where the resurrection ritual is happening and stop it, with the help of the police commissioner. Meanwhile, though, Lloyd, he's being led to the Temple of Resurrection by Harumi, and he gets locked in a cage. And someone else is there in the cage. It's his mom, Misako, who shows up for the first time as a prisoner. And that's just great, because she's a useless character who makes mistakes and gets captured.
You're wrecked.
Get wrecked. Also, Harumi has a new design. Your mileage may vary on whether you like it or not. It's growing on me slightly, but I miss her old design
It's
a lot.
okay.
They do say a weird line. Lloyd's like, "This is what you look like without your mask," and it's like, but it kind of feels like she put on stuff.
Yeah, that was a weird line. I didn't really
That
get
was
what
a
they
very
were
weird
going
line.
for with that.
Yeah, because
I
like,
feel like she does wear a mask in like the first episode, like a princess royal mask, and her minifigure has the mask too. And I think they should have just had her keep that on the whole season if this is what they were going for. That she
That's
has stuff
probably what they
underneath.
meant.
Yeah,
to happen. But
like her
Yeah, but like
casual
we saw, yeah.
outfit
so.
she's in for the majority of the season, she doesn't have a minifigure of, which is weird to me.
yeah,
It's so weird
Oh,
that they've never
that
come out with a
sucks.
minifigure or don't plan to. Apparently,
What you gotta do? Anyway, Pixel decides, you know what, I'm gonna help the ninja infiltrate because now that I have a body, the first thing I want to do is sit in front of a computer and tell Kai where to go. And also babysit because that sounds like a lot of fun and truly a great use of my Samurai X talent. And that's what she does. And she has some funny banter with Kai, to her credit, and she helps guide him through when he's in his boat thing. He picks up the rest of the ninja, and they go vroom vroom underwater, and they sneak right on into the Temple of Resurrection, where we have a very Journey to One-esque Makuta resurrection ceremony going on. Harumi's gathered the Sons of Garmadon and the three Oni masks, and they are going to revive Garmadon. But who shows up but the coppers? The police commissioner and his forces come, and he's like, light them up. And they're like, but we don't have guns. We just have tasers. Which was a hilarious line, by the way. Really
good,
funny.
really good.
pretty
I'm
good.
sure the Denmark people really appreciated that too, because it's such a
Oh, yeah.
foreign thing to them that like the Americans have any weapons on them.
Yeah, it was really, really funny how they did it. And I do like the police commissioner. He was in Skybound. I don't know if you remember him. I know you don't, John, because you didn't watch it. But
Nope.
he did show
I
up there, and he had
remember
a
him.
funny role. So why did they not call Skylar or Ronan or their other allies? But we got
Okay,
cops.
Shut up. Just get to the freaking.
Okay, fine. There's a
Leave your
death.
freaking stupid opinions to yourself.
Okay, fine. Ceremonial resurrection. Sons of Garmadon are like, yeah, to do the masks. And Harumi starts mumbling gibberish words. It's like, revive Garmadon, Huga Blaga, Zubadaba, raw death revival cult thing. And Garmadon starts coming back. The portal opens up, and he's like, who are you? And she's like, Harumi. And he's like, who is that? And she's like, I'm Harumi. And then he starts laughing maniacally. The ninja are like, we gotta stop this. And they break in and they start fighting the Sons of Garmadon and completely destroy them. Mr. E gets like one shot by Cole's hammer, and then he gets one shot again
So
by
your bias
Zane.
is showing.
But it's what happened.
Yeah, I hear the tone you're using. Just get through the recap.
Kilo gets one shot, Ultraviolet gets one shot, and in the end, the ninja decide we need to do spin jutsu, and they boop Harumi off the pressure plate, which disrupts the redstone flow that she set up to actually make the function happen. And yeah, she gets arrested by the cops.
Woohoo.
And then the day is saved. Season over.
The most anticlimactic
Or is
build-up
it?
of events ever.
Garmadon is still there. His arm pokes out like the
Woohoo.
freaking Skull Warrior in the Bionicle 2015 animations. And the episode is over.
It is over.
So, let's talk.
Okay, we want to start at the beginning.
Start at the beginning.
Let's get back to business.
What did you guys think? I've talked enough.
To critique.
It was an
Okay.
okay episode. That last one was very good, and
The last one was the
this
best one. So this one
was
is.
not as.
This was
good.
definitely not the best episode they could have followed that last one up with. That's for sure.
But I mean,
Yeah,
like-
what he said.
Obviously, this is setting up the next two episodes, which are going to be the finale, right? This is like an episode that's not, I wouldn't say filler, because it's not filler at all. It does set up, but it's something that's like, building towards the big episodes at the
It
end.
was
Yeah,
meant to subvert expectations.
that's fine. It's just like it felt kind of lazy in a lot of regards in terms of like actually getting things resolved and getting to where we needed it to be to get us to the finale. Like for instance, when we finished the last episode, we all collectively agreed that that big crab monster is just going to be beaten in like the first minute of the next episode, right? We all thought that was going to happen. In
Not
fact, the
even.
reality was even worse. They beat it off screen. They didn't even
Right.
get to that fight. We didn't even see it. And they just
Yeah.
have it there, and then Pixel's just there. She wasn't there in the last episode with them,
I
but
didn't
she's just here
mention
now.
that.
We
They could have done
theorized that she was
something.
going to be involved in saving Lloyd because she was still on the boat. Apparently not. Apparently
they
not.
could've done
She was
something where,
just
like,
there.
Pixel was the hostage instead of Misako
Yeah.
or whatever, but I guess they needed Misako's hair because she's Garmadon's wife.
Yeah, I mean they needed that
something.
extra I don't know
Relevance?
thing, relevance I guess to keep Lloyd I don't know. The tension needed to be high, so they got
that
Lloyd's mom
too.
or whatever.
That and like I'm assuming Pixel's I don't know, Ninja need to breathe, but maybe putting her in water would not have done a lot
Could
of
have
stuff.
short-circuited her. Maybe she's not waterproof.
I mean, you didn't need to put it in water. You could have put her over literally
Fire,
anything.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's
There
true.
are also piranhas in that water.
It was like insinuated that Misako was looking for Garmadon, so it does make sense that the Sons of Garmadon would have come
Looking
across
for
her
Wu.
eventually. Or sorry, you're right. She's looking for Wu. But like the Sons of Garmadon were also after Wu. Like they knew the baby was going to be Wu. Actually, I don't. Now I think about it, how did they know that?
They didn't know the baby was going to be Wu. I presume Misako figured it out somehow, and then they figured it out using her as like a proxy. And they were going to use Wu.
Happened off.
They were going to use Wu's blood to like, or use him to get the Oni mask, basically, because he's also part Oni.
Right. So the baby would get the. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But then they were like, "We'll just use Lloyd because Harumi can get close to
Oh,
him."
by the way, rip this idea that Harumi is one of the like Lloyd's sister or something because she was not able to
Thankfully.
get the Oni mask. So they're gonna go that route.
Mercifully.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't go that route.
But yeah, I don't know. It was a really weirdly paced episode in terms of like moving from one episode to the next. It felt like we just kind of skipped through time and some important aspects, and just like we missed an episode almost where we came into this one with all these problems kind of wrapped up and new problems ready to go, without really any kind of connection in between. I think Pixel is like the biggest like what the heck.
Definitely the most
I don't
egregious.
understand anything
That
about
was
Pixel.
really bizarre. I don't know what was going on with Pixel, or like if they just forgot about her.
I guess
and
Kilo
script.
like knocked the robot out off screen. It's like maybe he pulled a Zane on her and she just like fixed herself. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really strange that she was like completely absent from the episode prior, and then all of a sudden showed up though. So I don't know.
I'm trying to find if there's a GIF with Pixel in it. I guess there's not. She was barely in this episode, to be fair.
The first one I made, I think, has Pixel, but it was just
first one?
off like on the side.
Oh, you're right. You're right. No, the Samurai X is there. You are totally right.
Yeah.
She's but it's a weird thing too because like I mean, it's weird because you don't think like it was a thing. What happened to Pixel? She wasn't in that last episode at all, and suddenly out of the blue she's back with everyone, and then she assumes the position that she explicitly told Zane she didn't want to do anymore. She's like,
Just
I
sitting
feel
in
more
front of
justice.
She's just sitting there doing the whole thing.
She's like the guy in the chair.
That
Which is-
whole like plot like of her moving past this. I don't want to be the person behind the screen thing anymore. I want to be in a body so I can help you. Completely negated immediately. The first thing she does in her new role is exactly what she did before. I don't even know why it was why they even bothered.
Kai and Pixel have really good chemistry, though. Not as like a relationship, but as friends. Like, my favorite scene ever with Kai when he was in the car and Pixel was there with him like on comms, and this was like just like that. He was like, "Hold on."
Yeah,
Did
like,
you just say "hold
Kai-
on" to yourself? And he was like, no, I just thought it sounded cool." It's like no. So
yeah,
I
like
appreciate that.
Pixel is like his voice of reason or whatever.
his conscience. We haven't talked in a while.
Yeah.
All right.
Those were my primary things. Misako showing up out of nowhere was strange, but the reasoning they gave is solid, so I can accept that happened off screen. It's fine. Another little nitpick, you mentioned like the hairs and stuff. Someone took a screenshot. Those are some pretty thick hairs. They look like splinters of wood. Like,
Wait,
I don't know
are
what's
those
going
supposed to be the hairs?
those are supposed
Yeah.
to be the hairs.
Hold on, let me see. There's a GIF of them. I thought they were like crystals. I legitimately, up until literally just now, thought they were crystals.
No.
Wait, okay, so
They're hairs.
I forget whose hair this is. It was Lloyd, Harumi's, and not
Lloyd,
Harumi's,
Misako's, and Woo's. Babby Woo has hair that big.
Who's the
Who's the
giant
black hair?
black hair?
I think it's
Misako.
supposed to be dark gray.
Yeah, it's meant to be Misako's gray hair.
Okay.
Those look like crystals. Those are not. Those aren't hairs. Wow, that's all right. I no joke. I legitimately thought they were crystals of some sort of sacred thing, and that's why she was using them.
Nope.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. that's
Dude, I
serious.
hate actual Misako so much. I was kind of hoping that they would. It doesn't make any sense because she looks just like Harumi, but I was kind of hoping that they would go the movie route. And just
Yeah.
seeing classic Misako again really triggered me.
Yeah. Especially when
I
her
just hate
only
that
role is to
character
just
so
be like
much.
held in a cage and just spout
It's
like
because,
not
we
exposition.
don't like Misako.
She
She's
was
the worst
just
mom.
there. She didn't even do anything. She didn't spout exposition. She didn't use. Well, she just was like platitudes the whole episode.
No,
Save
she
my
directed
son.
the ninja.
It's not
Use
it's
your
not,
lava
It's not
arms.
your fault, Lloyd. Use your lava
She directed
arms.
the ninja by saying, "Don't save me, save Lloyd." And when they did that, they were like, "No, don't save me, save her." You know, it was just back and forth nonsense. It
just
didn't
feel
actually
like-
direct anyone.
Let's see. How did this go?
Use her lava arm. By the way, is that called a lava
Oh,
arm?
that was
the
freaking
first time?
stupid, though.
That was really. Wait, hold up. Here's the thing that, like, the reason why I felt that we had missed something is that I legitimately didn't know that was resolved. I didn't know anyone knew about Cole's mystery power or how to control it or what it did. And when she was just like, "Oh, Cole, remember, use your, new shocking
Use your
ability."
lava
that we...
arm, the
Yeah,
one that
I
you
was like,
used
"Ah."
before, the one that we all know about.
It's like, okay, we have seen him do this, and never once have they provided an explanation of what it is. He got it in Day of the Departed, and they were like, "We'll tell you one day." Tommy Anderson said, "It's like I'm still waiting on that explanation, guys."
No, we
It's
got
like,
it. You got it. It was just now. It's a lava arm. Meso like the.
What does that mean?
Meso. It's called a lava arm. It's an arm that's made out of lava. What else you need to know?
I got it. I freaking got it.
Where'd
Okay.
they come from?
You know what's
though?
weird?
Does Jay have like storm arms,
know-
thunderstorm arms?
As if we needed more to push Kai into irrelevancy. We
As
have
if we
another
needed more-
ninja, some heat-centric power.
Well,
but
you do
fine.
have
as if
lava
we
though
needed
that is
anything
literally
interesting
made of
to do.
rock. It's
As
just
if we
rock
needed
under a
more
lot of
powers
pressure.
for them to not use in moments. Because now,
Yeah, but like it doesn't matter what the heck it is. It's still the same thing.
all season I forgot about his lava arms. Now, presumably Lloyd was locked in Vinchstone to prevent him using his elemental powers. I think it's fair to say that, right?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll buy that.
How did Cole not get out of his cage with his lava arms when he was locked up in the Sons of Garmadon's hideout?
Okay, listen, Meso.
Remember that?
Meso,
You had all
if they
the
have to
stuff?
choose,
He had
have
to
to
sing the
choose between
freaking
something new and
song.
exciting.
Okay.
Listen, okay, Meso, he couldn't because then we wouldn't have that great bit where he sings that really awesome song that I love over
I
and
just
over and
assume
over
everything
again.
is made of benstone nowadays.
Yeah, because it's just a convenient resource. You can
Yeah.
get it anywhere. You know what also is weird?
By six
His scar that he got in Day of the Departed.
Yeah.
It left when he got his movie design, but when he uses his lava arms, it's back, and it's all lava-y instead of green like it was before.
No, I mean that kind of makes
I
sense.
don't
Like he got it
get
in
the
Day of the
lava
Departed,
power.
and it's like
It's because he's
How did he
Earth.
get
Mark.
this? What is it?
I don't know how he got it.
Use your lava.
Because okay, I always assumed honestly that it had something to do with him being a ghost. Because in
Being
Day
a
of the
ghost,
Departed,
right? Yeah.
he started like he stopped being a ghost and became like a normal human again.
It's a really
or whatnot.
weird thing that Ninjago did. If you recall, when they got their true potentials, they turned colors very briefly, and they never addressed it again. They never did it again. But in the minifigures, they had some pretty
NRG.
radical redesigns. They called
Yeah, I
them
really like
NRG,
those.
and they were their true potential figures. That's supposed to be Cole. When Cole achieves his true potential, for some reason he becomes Lava Man, and he like spark and cracks.
boy.
So dumb though.
He's boiling over with lava. Why? I don't know.
I just like I
It
don't
just looks cool.
in his power set.
Okay.
I mean, his power set's just too similar to like a person of fire to me.
Yeah,
It just seems like a really odd direction
Well,
to take another character.
Yeah, in like
Guys,
other
looks
themes,
disgusting.
fire and
I
lava
will- guys, let's
were
not
always,
forget that,
associated
like-
with each other.
Let's not
But, like,
forget
in this
last
case, they
episode.
can't do that.
No,
Lloyd
I'm
also,
not. I'm not
has
like
the-
saying like
the
lava
flame.
and fire are the exact same thing. It's just like you also have this another. You have another character with a heat-based power now, and he can use his lava to melt things. But that could have gone to Kai. Any scene where he's using this power could have been Kai's scene. Any scene where Lloyd is making green NRG fire could have been Kai. You know, it's just like it seems like at every turn, Kai's relevancy shrinks more and more.
Yep, Kai's the villain of the next season because he's very underappreciated.
Magic Ninja says, "How else do you describe Earth power than lava and molten Earth?" This is not Bionicle, where we have a stone character contrasting with an Earth character, and we need ways to make them different. Cole's the only person who has anything vaguely resembling Earth and rocks. How about use your rock arms,
Yeah.
Cole?
Yeah, what if
Just
like
like it's
rocks
rock
like
powers.
formed around? Like like it was like rock armor. Like
Like Bahamut
even one
in
of the
Journey
masks
to
of the
The
one of three
heat-related
Oni
thing
masks
should be
give
going
them-
to the fire ninja.
Use your
Did
lava.
Cole melt the cage though? I thought he just like opened it with like
He
super
did.
strength.
But he got like lava arms, you know?
If it was okay, I assumed the impression they were trying to make was that he was using his lava arms to bend, like to melt the metal and bend it out of the way.
I think that was the implication they were
Otherwise,
making.
I don't know why it would have to be lava arms.
I mean,
It's also just such a funny
just
quote
cool.
for Misako to say.
It's just cool.
Listen, it's new and exciting, Var. So there's also a thing here where like Kai also ruins everything by like cutting down the lever, and he's like, "Oops,
right?
I did it again." But he kind of like screws everything over for one of the characters. But then Nia is like, they're also like, Nia, you know, save us. You're the water ninja. Use your water powers to help him out of his very clear water man. And she's like, I don't need water. I'm like, what?
But it would be way easier if you just used
like,
water.
You don't need to prove yourself. You are the water ninja.
Like all it took to stop this ritual was to knock Harumi off the pressure plate. What if
that
Nia
was stupid.
what if Nia just got some water and like
Gosh.
shoved it at her and like it was like and the current took her away. You know?
Here's the issue. Here's the issue of that. When all the ninja, they start, you know, they go into their spinjitzu form and everything. We were all like, tornado of creation. They're gonna do the tornado of creation. Finally, they're gonna do it, and like that's how they're gonna beat Harumi. And I was like, we haven't seen the tornado in so long. This is a really awesome time to bring it back. And they just don't.
They just smack her.
Boop.
They smack her.
The way it was animated is so funny to me.
It was
It's
so
like
bad.
It's like a Beyblade. It's like one.
You're like a Beyblade. You're right. You're right.
And just like went forward.
It didn't even feel like there was like a collision or like any like
There was no
power
weight to it.
It was like Lloyd like sped up to her, tapped her
like
in the face,
pinball.
and she flew backwards.
No, it was literally a blink and you miss it moment, and I know because I blinked and I missed it. I was watching this episode and I was like, "Wait, is she? What happened? What happened there?" And she's on the ground. I was like, "Did they just do that? Is that was the end result of all the ninja using spinjitzu?"
And he goes right back afterwards. I think he bounces off her and goes right back to formation. It's like boop.
Well, all the other ninja too, they don't like they don't even go with him to boop her. They're just behind him. They're like, "Yeah, you got this, Lloyd. We were just for moral support. We were doing spinjitzu right aside, you know, right beside you."
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I just thought that was
yeah.
that was a really lame way to beat her. Is to just smack her, and she's like, "Ooh, ow! I guess that hurt." And she just falls backward, and the entire thing is ruined all of a sudden. It was so
again,
dumb.
The tornado of creation would have been, I mean, like, it's just a larger tornado. I can't imagine it'd be that harder on animation resources. That would have been a cool callback. It would have completely, for me, would have justified them beating Harumi.
the tornado makes something when they use it, hence why it's called a tornado of creation. So like they could have made some sort of
They could have taken apart the entire ritual thing and like built something else.
Or they could have just built a
could've
jail,
made
and at
more
the end, you see like them like taking down like Kilo and Mr. E and everything. They're like, "Oh, we got him," and the police come and arrest them. The tornado creation could have built a giant cage around all of them, like a jail, and then the police
I would
come
have
and
just
take them out of
created
that.
some kind of matter or something and like closed up the portal.
Well, I mean, like,
Like-
okay, obviously
it
it
didn't
doesn't
happen,
have.
but
This is just
Magic
like
Magic Ninja brought up the fact that like the only times they ever did it, they had the golden weapons. That's not right?
Oh, God.
Or did the golden weapons really help like create
Oh
that?
my god, no.
Did-
No way. No way.
no, wait, didn't Lou did that like without the golden weapons, or did he-
Tornado of creation. Wu's
No,
never done it.
Wow.
they did the tornado creation by using like some dumb dance, because I remember in the pilot there's a scene where Kai was trying to like do a dumb dance that Wu was doing too, but like he failed it.
But didn't they have
Okay.
the golden weapons though?
They did have the golden weapons, but
Yeah,
I don't
that's what I
know
mean,
if
because they
were
haven't ever done it
You're
without
right.
the golden weapons.
Oh man, we are looking
If
like
you
such
believe
noobs
the
right now.
Ninjago wiki, they say that yes, it is impossible without the 4 golden weapons of Spinjitzu, which were
Interesting.
taken
Look at
from the
that,
ninja in season 1.
Prentice also pointed out that it was also the golden weapons that gave them the elemental powers to begin with.
I
Which
never
is
really caught on to
questionable.
that. To
Wait,
be honest, like, I
how
thought
do
they
they-
just had the power and the
what?
weapons were like.
No,
Yeah, I
that
honestly
can't be
completely
true.
forgot about that. I don't remember. I think it was because
That-
after they
they
unlocked
retconned it.
their true potential.
Well, they kept them around, and then it's revealed later it's because of their mom and dad, not because of the golden weapons. Like it's not like
It was a retcon. It's an inexcusable retcon. That's Ninjago's plot holes can be defended, except that one. The elemental master thing. It's just obviously because think about it. They started out their elemental powers are from the weapons. Then later on they got their true potential. But then later on Lloyd had to give them elemental powers because he gave up his golden energy and he dispersed it to each one of them in Rebooted, so they could then wield the powers independently of the weapons. Then the next season they realized, psych, we could do it all along because of our parents.
But then, like, so the golden weapon stuff, if he gives up the golden power to them, should they still be able to do the tornado of creation because the golden power is within them?
Nah,
Like the
it's
elements?
different. It's different from the weapons.
Yeah,
Why it matters, I don't know, but it's different.
But okay.
Yeah, the golden
Alright.
ninja and the golden weapons are two different things.
Yeah. I just
Right.
like to imagine,
No, okay.
like, the elemental
Alright.
master of speed. His dad was, like, the elemental master of speed, and he's like, it's time for me to pass on my powers to you, son. I just need to find some guy willing to donate his golden energy. And then years go by, and, like, he can't do it because nobody will give his golden energy.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
why there's no ninja speed. It's because all the other there's no more golden energy. Everyone's just kind of like, we'll just
Yeah.
we'll let them figure it out. That's why the
That's
tournament
how I
of
figured
elements
it
is like a
out.
whole deal.
So, Nightmare Freddy Krueger in YouTube chat has a point. Well, let's go see what he has to say. It was back in season 1 where they're surrounded by the Skulkin. At this time, Semukai had the golden weapon.
Wait,
Well,
are you
they did do it
arguing-
without them.
Yeah.
are you saying they did or did not do it with the golden?
They did do it. They did it without wielding the weapons. The weapons did exist. The wiki claims that they can't do it because the weapons are no longer in existence. But that doesn't
Yeah, it's
make
dumb.
sense.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Technically do exist because there's that whole thing in Rebooted where they went to the comet to get the golden weapons that got shot
Yeah.
into the sky in the time travel episode. So unless
This doesn't make
that's
any
what
sense at all.
happened-
Don't bring that up.
No, they did. So the weapons do exist then.
Shh. Shh. So anyway, the Sons of Garmadon with a ninja are fighting them. They've lost their ability to fight competently. I want you to switch to the gif of Mr. E just like
Yeah.
getting owned. It's,
Like,
it's
he's
very
getting
upsetting to me.
It's one punch by Zane.
So first of all, Cole smacks him with the hammer, and he's like, "Duh." And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
so-
I can forgive that because Cole's a tank. He just wasn't expecting it. Cole never smacked
We
him
go
in
back to
that
that.
episode we watched that we loved. But he has this brief altercation with Zane, and it's just so pitiful how far we've fallen from like God mode 4 swords take on all ninja master.
And in all fairness, he doesn't have the mask. The last time he did have the mask. Now he does not have the mask anymore.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, maybe he can't take on 4 ninja. How about 2? Half the power.
Right.
That's fair.
He's just
I
a
mean,
really
he
weak
still-
dude.
How about 1?
No. To be fair, he also took on Zane, completely just without the mask. Just him.
Zane couldn't do a single thing to
He
him.
literally
punched him
killed
and it
Zane.
Didn't do anything.
He literally
killed Zane.
he killed Zane. Like that was a whole point where they're like, "Oh no, Zane's done."
But now
So-
Zane is motivated by his love for Pixel, his girlfriend who has a body and he won't die because he loves Pixel
My
so
girlfriend
much.
has a body now.
Think about it. Zane has unlocked his second true potential, the potential of love.
That sounds like a Scott
I mean,
Pilgrim thing. Where it's like, you
That's
unlock
basically how
the
Jay
power of
unlocked his
love.
true potential.
You're right.
Yeah.
That is true. That is
I
true.
got kissed by a girl and then unlocked.
He kissed a girl and he liked it, and that was what he did.
Now, I can forgive Ultraviolet being useless because they've never shown her to be particularly competent except on her bike. And I can also forgive Killa because, I mean, Jay maybe caught him off guard with the lightning, and lightning can shock people. But Mr. E, they've gone out of their way to show how awesome he is.
He's
And he
legit.
just he did nothing.
He does have a really awesome fight scene with all the ninja, right? Where he like beats all of them, and then he goes to the rooftop where he also beats
And
all
he
of them
fights
again.
Lloyd.
Then he fights Lloyd, and then he also
And
fights Zane. It's also, I thought for the longest time that he was the main boss. Mr. E was the person in charge because of his prowess. Turns out he's not. So it's like a thing where it's very weird how quickly he's taken out. Although
And they
some
still
people are
haven't
saying-
revealed his identity.
some people are saying that he didn't mean to be taken out. He does seem to be playing a different game than Harumi, where he is not necessarily 100% along for the ride, and he has his own agenda that's working against Harumi.
I mean, that's a lot of headcanon. I don't know if there's a basis for that.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that at the end of, we'll have to see. Obviously, once Mr. E's identity is revealed, which it hopefully will be, then we can say, okay, did he mean to get caught at this point? Did he mean to not really put up a fight?
There has to be a secret to him, otherwise they'd have revealed it already.
Yeah, 100%. There is a secret to his identity.
But like Garmadon is
It's a
back, and they
mystery.
still haven't revealed it, so he might be the real main villain. I don't know. We'll see. There was a brief scene where like the guards stop guarding to look at the cool portal, which was kind of contrived, but I can forgive it because it was a funny joke.
Yeah, it's comedy.
It made me laugh. They were
Obviously,
"All the
you're
cool
like,
stuff's
why
happening
can't we take
behind us."
turns? Take turns looking at the portal, you know, idiots. But yeah, I mean, it's a kid show. There's comedy. You know, that was
I didn't
that's
really
not
bother
bad. That's not
I
bad.
think
That's
that
just,
the biggest offend news this episode are Harumi and the pressure plate, Lava Hands, and Pixel. I think everything else is of lesser
I will
importance.
totally concede tornado creation. I wasn't aware of all the stuff behind that, so fair enough. That's not the legit criticism of what I'm talking about. I do feel that fight felt very anticlimactic, and granted, it's not the climatic fight of the season, but after everything that was going through, like they all joined Spizitsu, and then like Lloyd just boops her very briefly.
Yeah.
Felt it was kind of.
How about Harumi's redesign? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I liked her look before more for sure. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's also I don't know.
I like that
her.
she's a Garmadon cosplayer. That amuses me. Someone, I'll give credit where credit is due, Trina of Doom on Tumblr did this really awesome Harumi fan art that did make me
Was
like
that-
the design kind
Is
of.
that the one I
almost.
linked?
Maybe.
Oh,
Did you like
no.
that?
No, I
I
didn't.
didn't see it.
That's
Yeah, I
very
really
edgy.
liked that one. Very edgy, but it's like
Okay,
both the
let me
designs
see it.
back to back.
She almost looks like a Danganronpa character.
Almost.
She does. I was actually about to. I was gonna make a Danganronpa joke, but then I realized
But it
no,
might be
I'm not so
inspired. Who knows? But that's a cool take. It's not a bad design. It's the red face. I don't get what they're trying to imply.
It's just some fancy makeup, dude.
Totally. But it's like if what Lloyd says is like this is what you look like without your mask, if he means that literally, then did she get burned somehow? Because like we saw her as a kid and she didn't have burns. Did it happen in between now and then? If he means that metaphorically, then I guess she was just wearing concealer makeup, or she
No,
just
here's
put that
the
on
mask was you were my girlfriend, and now he's like, oh, this is what you like, without your mask, not my girlfriend.
Yeah, crazy evil cosplay.
Yeah.
It's just annoying to me because she does have a mask. So like, if they were going for that, just have her wear her minifigure mask.
There's another
All
fan art I found online earlier by it's on Twitter. It's at Lyman Neutro, LIMONEUTRO, and it's basically this fan art of. I'll post it for you guys in this chat. But some different outfits of Harumi, which I thought was very well done, and actually
Yeah,
again
that's the one I like.
made
Yeah, I love
me
it.
made me really admire the costuming a lot more.
Definitely.
There's Royal Harumi, who does have the mask, so totally see where you're coming from with that. Then there's like the casual Harumi with like the tracksuit, and then like evil Harumi.
Harumi's a great character. She's
She really
awesome.
is,
good.
though.
This episode is probably her weakest for me because she lost some of her nuance. But I've come to understand if this was a plot thing, they had to have her do the whole revival thing. She's been working towards that. Fine.
Yeah, but there is a point where she's like streaming at Lloyd, and I'm like, you know what? I do kind of miss the kind of like, like Harumi when she was
Manipulative.
right. Obviously, she's acting crazy now, and I'm hoping that will like she did get defeated, so that's why she's like acting like this. But I don't know. There was a point to me where I was like, I wish things were different. I like the
Because
older.
He's not having a
Harumi.
good day.
Because I'm probably the only person on the planet who still cares about this. In the Temple of Resurrection set, we can now write it off as being 100% inaccurate because Harumi's in her royal attire and Hutchins is there. And I kept
Yeah, evil advisor is not there.
in as an evil advisor, and nope, he never did. Unless he breaks Harumi out of prison. So, what
He
you
might.
gonna do? What else? What else happened? Oh yeah, Lloyd is super like edgy now. He had a really good line.
Listen, his
Misaka
first
was like,
breakup.
"It's not your fault. You're the only fault you have is you're too loving and trusting." And he's like, "Yeah, but not anymore." And he has this like mad look on his face. He's like, "Save it, Harumi. Tell it to someone who cares. I guess you were wrong. You weren't the one who got away. Nothing personnel, Harumi."
Personnel.
And I
He's
love
going
this
through
scene.
his Vakama stage.
Sam Vincent on point with the edgelord delivery. It was great.
I mean,
Edge
this is
Lloyd.
Lloyd is just, he's heartbroken because this one girl who totally thought was into him turned out to be really evil and crazy. And, I mean, at some level, we've all been there. Right?
Aw.
Just me? No? Okay.
Yeah, it's just you.
All right.
Listen, Lloyd is Garmadon. He's ready to get
Garmadon.
things, done.
What else?
Like,
happened that's worth
what is
talking about?
his mom should not be giving him advice. Like, she fell for Garmadon, right? Like, how? Come on, lady.
Yep.
She's not innocent in this either, in terms of like, and she not just fell for Garmadon. She fell for this person who just stole a letter from his brother, who was tutoring to her.
So duh.
She couldn't recognize that. I know, like you think at some dinner date she was like, this Garmadon guy does not seem like that person who wrote all those nice things to me in that letter. Seems like an evil, terrible person who's corrupted by either a snake bite or the oniness inside. I forget which is canon now. Was it the oni? Was it the snake? What made Garmadon evil?
I have no idea. I'm so lost about that at this point, to be honest.
It was
Okay.
like a snake bit Garmadon, but the snake was just a normal snake that got corrupted by the Overlord. And the Overlord is just some dude
The
who
Overlord-
exists.
They have to make the Overlord a manifestation of Oni. They have to. Otherwise, it makes no sense. But if they do that, it makes perfect sense. Is it contrived? Yes, but it does make logical.
Yeah, I mean, it's controllable. Like it's a retcon that would make sense. I'm okay with
It's a
that.
retcon that would make perfect
yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Tommy Anderson's already said the snake venom just brought out the evil Oni that was already in him, which he suppressed, I guess.
Okay.
So that's fine. Two things, one positive and then one theory. In the episode, when Harumi is doing her whole vague chant, she says, "Connect me to the departed realm."
Oh, that was
And I
cool.
give the writers props for remembering that because the cursed realm got blown up and they went to the departed realm from Day of the Departed. Permadeath, which isn't perma because there's a resurrection for it.
Yeah, there's the Resurrection Temple. And so, was the Resurrection Temple always supposed to connect to the departed realm and not the cursed realm or the other realm of ghosts that Nia sank?
I guess, because I guess they counted on the fact that the realm would get
Can we
blown
do?
up.
Can we do this like a video about what happens if you die in Ninjago? Like,
Yeah.
what
we
happens
should.
if you die? Like, do you go to which realm do you go to?
get
Which
sent
there's like apparently there's like 3 different like afterlife realms, or 4 of them, because it kind of seemed that like. No, I forgot. Master Wu did not go, or Sensei Wu, he did not go through the whole deal, did he?
No.
I thought he died.
He just went to the underworld via an elevator.
He went to the underworld, but like he hit the terminal speed to get him to the underworld. He didn't die when he went off the lava waterfall, right? So that's not afterlife, right?
Yeah, sure.
The
Fine,
underworld is
whatever.
not. I mean, it was implied that the underworld was kind of like an afterlife because all the skeletons
Why
are
are
there.
there
So I kind of
skeletons
figured,
there? I don't know.
right? So where did the skeletons had to be people beforehand, right?
Lest we not forget that Garmadon only looks the way he does because he got struck by a lightning bolt. He's not his like Oni form. He was a normal dude, and then he got struck by a lightning bolt.
Maybe
There was a whole
the
short about
lightning
it.
brought out the Oni in him.
This show's so weird, dude. I can't follow.
The lightning bolt unlocked it like charged up all the Oni atoms that were in
see,
it.
it's
Your
like-
lightning arm.
So the lightning arm had to like be combined with the snake venom. The snake venom brought out his mental Oni. The lightning bolt brought out the physical Oni, but the lightning bolt was also corrupted by the Overlord.
I've lost
the
all
Overlord
track of what we're
reached
talking about.
No, yeah, no, like it was his facial Oni. That's what was going on. He was like his skin wasn't Oni yet, and then like the lightning bolt from the skin Oni.
So the Overlord he's like Zeus. He has like a lightning bolt in a bottle. Like he threw it at just the right moment.
Wait, was it?
Cole
Is that
just used the
confirmed?
Tsunami arm.
Did the Overlord cause the lightning?
Meaning it's not confirmed, but we should do a live reaction to this short when we're done, or right
Jason.
now when it's relevant. That's the short end question. Like the fans would enjoy that.
I mean, I can do it. I can make it happen.
Do it. It's relevant, and the gold weapons are here too. It's very relevant. Anyway,
I'm
while
too
you
tired
cue
to
it up,
follow this conversation, dude.
while you cue that video up, the last thing is with the I've completely lost track.
Nice job.
My mind is completely blank.
You had two positives,
And a
things.
theory.
I think.
Oh yes. So people are saying because I lost track. Yeah.
This is why we don't have podcasts at 1:30 in the morning.
140.
140.
Brain, work, brain.
I had the Wolf Production says the
Work,
lightning is
work,
caused
work,
by
work.
Wu's outfit. Which I will take your word for that because I don't remember that.
Because the resurrection got interrupted because they knocked Harumi off the pressure plate before it was done, people are saying maybe Garmadon will still be partially good because it didn't complete.
That would make any sense at all. He was still revived through like that, like the weird Oni whatever mumbo jumbo that would have.
No. Okay,
Like,
so the
maybe
departed realm. So the departed realm, though, like it's been confirmed that Garmadon would not have a soul, right? Like that would not be a. Like he's gonna come back, and he's not gonna be the half good Garmadon. He's gonna just be evil Garmadon.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the freaking departed realm if it doesn't have souls?
It's
People
permadeath.
die.
Dude. Not permadeath.
But did they get the bodies, but not the soul, and the soul goes somewhere else?
Listen,
Does the soul go to
dude,
the cursed realm?
he
Cursed
just
realm?
does. Doesn't matter. He's dead now. He's not dead.
Kimono caused the lightning, says Will Fan of Many.
Okay, wait. So no, Wu's the one that turned him black.
Oh yeah, I forgot the symbols on his kimono like glowed, and it kind of caused the lightning because the symbols like protected him from Garmadon because
So
Garmadon
now-
was about to kill him.
Let's watch this video.
The symbols?
Doc?
What? Okay, hold on. Let me. All right. I'm gonna load it. I'm gonna get this going. All right.
For any interested
Um,
parties, we are watching Lego Ninjago mini movies Part 6: Battle Between Brothers, and this is
Okay.
gonna be glorious.
All right. I'm gonna turn the volume up. And it should. I guess people in the chat alert me if it's not doing any sound. It should be good. You guys cue it up. We'll do the same thing. We'll count down. I'll play it. I'll just be on the stream. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
This is gonna be hilarious.
This
Boy, oh
already
boy.
feels old.
Old school Ninjago.
Man, look at me. I'm blue.
Oh my god.
That's a cool outfit.
yeah.
I got it at H&M.
Got it, mate.
Very specific.
It still fits me after all these years. His voice sounds so scratchy.
These weapons shall not leave this monastery.
Then I shall destroy it,
Uh,
and all who stand
Echo.
in my way.
Is it
No,
suddenly
Echo.
like doubled audio for anyone
That's
else?
funny. He fixed it. Oh,
Okay.
epic fight scene.
Oh yeah.
Put those weapons down.
You mean like this?
All right, someone saw Avengers.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. What is this?
Garmadon, do not do this.
Excuse me?
Someone just like opened up too.
After Garmadon's fall, the balance of the elements was restored, and Ninjago.
To be honest, I thought it was
many
pretty
years.
strange too. But I never questioned it.
Hey, look! No hands!
I knew the script was on my side.
More or less.
That was my favorite fight.
All right, let's try to make some sense of this.
You see, you never questioned the power of H&M. They make the best clothing.
So, for some reason, Wu has a protective thing that will do lightning that will turn his brother into an Oni demon.
Right. Okay. No, I have that clothing too. When my brother starts annoying me, I have my anti-brother clothing that shoots lightning at him. So I totally get it.
Like, let's get a recap of what this actually changes. It changes his hair color. It changes his hair shape. It burns off all his skin, so his rib cage is exposed, but still keeps his purple belt. And it makes his eyes were already red. Oh yeah, and it gives him white war face paint.
So
That's some
okay.
really
So
great
let me recap this. Okay. So where did he get the cloak from again? The robes?
H&M.
So like
Favorite place to shop.
where? But did he enchant it to protect him against all evil, or just Garmadon? Was he that concerned about his brother?
It was enchanted with the life fibers of fashion.
The life fibers.
Oh my god.
Okay, so he has.
Its
he
name
has,
is Shinguts.
He's like Kai's like master, like Sensei. That's a great cloak. Oh yeah, it reminds me of the day that I fried my brother and burned all his skin off.
I keep it because I like to think about the time I completely destroyed my little brother.
Older brother.
Older brother. I forget sometimes I'm going senile. I'm very old. We're not quite sure how old, but very old.
So yeah, I don't
All right,
get it.
Fair enough.
Essentially, that's like really all there is to it. It's very obvious it wasn't planned to be this way. So I'm not going to spend too much of my life trying to connect it all together. I can accept a retcon if it's presented as such, and that's.
But
what
can
that
you
is.
though?
I can. I just don't like it when people try to disguise retcons as making perfect sense.
It was
You know?
planned from the very beginning. Don't
I hate that with a passion. So
Yeah, well,
that's really all
makes
I
no
have to
sense,
say.
but whatever.
There were a lot of bad spots, but there were still some funny and good bits as well. I liked all the comedy with the police commissioner.
We should do like a TTV react to all the old Ninjago stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
That would be
we'll
grand.
go through and we'll like watch some of the old commercials and stuff, or even like some of the old, just old Lego stuff in general, old commercials from Lego, old Bionicle stuff, whatever. Just kind of.
There was a series of Ninjago mini movies I never watched, like 20, I think. Might be
mini
fun.
movies.
No, I think there were only 6, right?
Only 6
And then
on
there's
Raw.
20 Lego Elves ones.
They made a whole Ninjago episode that was to be released on the web that we never watched. It was like Woo's Tea Shop Adventures or whatever. Like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I remember seeing that. It was on the Lego's official YouTube channel,
Yep.
and it was also
It was,
uploaded in 50 different languages. So that was really fun.
Oh wow, it's been so
Yeah.
long.
Woo's Teas. Like a Ninjago full length episode.
Yes.
So essentially, that was that. Does anybody have any thoughts on the episode past what we've already gotten into?
No, not really.
It
John
was.
Purple?
It's
It was okay episode.
it's okay. It's setting up stuff. When the season's over, I'll be able to look back and be like, was this worth a setup for the next
That's
two
true.
episodes?
We still have the payoff.
Okay, a lot of times when you watch an episode when you're not binging it, like we felt like I waited a good while to see this episode, and then I was like, oh, okay. So, but like when everyone else in the future, they're gonna binge it, and then they're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna move on to the next one. So,
Very true. All right. I am very curious to see what they do with Garmadon even still.
So does Wu ever use his lightning kimono ever again, or
No.
is that just a one?
Mark, listen, that would make too much sense.
It's only the one time.
I mean, he would have to use the tornado creation.
He just decided to wear it the one night.
Of course.
And Cole
He was like,
"What's
"Hey."
that, Mr. Wu?" Was like, "I like to wear this every time I want to remember my brother," and then he just never does it again.
Well, he forgot about it. That's why. He has dementia. He has
I
dementia.
need to wear
He's
this
going
so I
old.
can remember. I
He's
need
like-
to, and he just doesn't do it one night. No, I forgot. The
Well, I also
memories,
like-
they're fading.
I also like to think that like he wore it that one time that Garmadon was there too. He was like, "Hey, bro, check out my new robes." Yeah. And
Garmadon's
then-
like, yeah, it's pretty gaudy. I'm not really a big fan of this fashion
this
style.
is
I'm kind of over the whole like, fake Asian scriptures here.
he's like, "Listen, I'm just."
Maybe that kimono could have fried the Great Devourer, turned it into a skeleton snake.
The Garmadon's like, "Listen, that's a fashion no, man. I'm gonna take that off you. No, come here. I'm just gonna take it off. Just let me
And then
grab.
the fight
Bam."
goes- the fight breaks out, and then Garmadon gets sent to the whatever
Right.
zone.
It's
No,
just so weird.
he got sent to the goodbye realm, where you go after you say
The
goodbye.
goodbye ram.
And let's not forget, after he got knocked
he got
off,
sent to Goodwill.
after he fell into the
Goodwill
pit,
The place where
falls into the
clothes go to
underworld.
die.
There's a whole other short where he like goes to the underworld that we didn't even watch, and that's how he got there. He just fell off the cliff. So go figure.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You want to watch that too? I got it.
I mean, Wu also just fell off a cliff, like he was like riding in the lava.
I mean, we're not in the hour yet. Sure, let's do it. Why not?
Okay, let me post it. Here we go.
This time
It's
I have to mute, but we'll get sound, guys.
Okay, it's called an underworldly takeover. So
I
let's
remember
go.
this one.
Okay, all right.
Old Ninjago amuses me greatly.
Let's
That's
we're
such an
pulling this up.
experience.
Okay.
All right, let me know when.
Give me a second to get there.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm ready.
I'm tired.
5.
Yeah, me too.
After we message you count down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
An underworldly takeover.
Where's voice?
Sensei, I've been thinking.
Why, hello, Cole.
Yes?
How did Garmadon gain control over the underworld skeleton army?
Garmadon and I were brothers.
Look at Woo's gross 3D mouth.
Turned and fell.
So you don't need the outfit to remember this then.
I will be back one day, and the weapons of Spinjitzu will be mine!
Oh, if it isn't Garmadon.
Worst voice for him.
My, how you've changed. Where is your pathetic brother Wu?
That name no longer holds any meaning for me.
That may be, but I knew your sorry bones would find their way into my domain one day. Guess what? It's payback time.
You're quite right. It is payback time.
You dare challenge
Garmadon's a
me?
boss.
But I do.
You fool! I will crush you!
We will see about that.
Gets beaten immediately.
Time to end this charade.
Indeed.
Aw, snap. Easy tornado of creation.
Nah, it's just regular Spinjitzu.
No, dude, it's tornado of creation.
Rip.
Can regular Spinjitzu do this?
Management around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't they use it more?
They're idiots.
Garmadon gained control over the underworld.
I don't know. I expect they just sat down and agreed over a nice cup of tea.
Yeah,
Ooh, and his freaking tea.
I love it.
There's probably something in that tea.
Remembrance leaves or something.
It's
Yeah,
like the
I'm
takeover leaves, where you when you're gonna do a takeover, you kind of give them that tea.
I'm going to
what you want.
refrain from critiquing this because it hasn't happened yet. But if Garmadon gets revived with the freaking helmet, I'm done. Like, he took his first helmet from Samukai. I don't know where he got the latest one, but he has it on the minifigure. So,
I'm still confused about the underworld. How do you end up in the underworld?
he just felt it.
No,
The
no.
map, like, opened up.
It's just connected. It's like the basement of life. You just go.
So if you go fast enough, like if you fall anywhere, has anyone ever died from falling in Ninjago? What happens to skydivers?
There's
I
no
think
fall
that
damage.
means they just go to the...
The velocity of the fall
this
burns
is
their
like
skin
daylight
off,
savings
and they
time.
become skeletons.
Is it daylight savings?
Yeah, isn't that about
It's
to
going
happen?
to be in a bit, and
you're
and
right.
literally in 9 minutes we're gonna skip an hour.
This is the first live streamed 2 hour long podcast and daylight savings time. We just I lost
first-
an hour of sleep. Awesome, cool,
Oh
perfect night,
no! Var what?
awesome.
So-
Real happy to be here.
Let's go ahead and end, I think. There's
But
really not
before
much
daylight
more.
savings time, I'm
Do
kidding.
you want to wait?
No,
Not really.
No.
Okay.
We're ending this.
So, despite everything, I still laughed a good bit in this episode. There was some good-ish action. The plot did move forward, and one
I
thing
like
that
that goodish with my radish.
one thing that we kind of take for granted, I haven't mentioned it, the visual effects were stellar, particularly with the portal. Very nice. Not quite as cool as Journey to One's black volcano that rose up and formed the portal, but it's getting there. It was a very nice visual effect, seeing the rift opening up to the Departed Realm. Garmadon's back, so everything is up in the air as far as they're going to handle him. I'm looking forward to seeing how the season resolves. And we will be back next week for another episode review. Thank you all very much for watching this podcast. I'm Meso.
I'm Bar.
I'm John.
And I'm purple.
And the dojo is now closed, but we will reopen in 2 hours because of daylight savings time.
I have work in 3 hours. Kill me.
Godspeed, Var. Godspeed. This was Ninjago Cast. Masters of Pojitsu, and we are
Kill
signing
did you only
off.
go to the underworld, or the
You're right.
cursed realm, or the departed
Or the departed
one of the
realm.
realms. One of the realms.
Pick one and accept your fate. Farewell, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.